Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We are so excited that you're here tonight. I will be your host this evening. My name is Nikki McCutchen, and what we will be talking about tonight is this amazing X39 technology. I have it on in a weird spot. So today, I have it on a different elbow spot. So anyway, that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Please know that whoever invited you to the call tonight must really care about you to want you to know about this technology and get some more information. The call tonight will be for 30 minutes. If we have new people on the call, we will also be giving you an opportunity to ask questions. So feel free to use the chat, put those questions in the chat, as well as at the end, you can come on and ask your question live if you'd like to do that too. We'd be happy to have you do that as well. So 30 minutes tonight. We want to start with our medical disclaimer. All LifeWave products are not intended to treat, cure, or diagnose any dis-ease. If you have any kind of medical conditions or pregnant or nursing, we encourage you to get back with the person, your healthcare provider, or whoever that it is that you choose to partner with your health and on your health journey. And so please get back with them to discuss this technology with them. And hopefully they will find it as fascinating as we do and all of the research and science that goes in behind it. And they'll be able to, if they haven't already heard about it, they will learn something new and be able to just encourage you to continue to use this amazing technology along your health journey. So, with that, what we are going to be doing is tonight, I'm going to do it a little bit different. I want to share my screen with you and take you through our new website, newly updated website, and just take you through the technology this way by using this website. It's just an amazing educational tool that we have access to that you can utilize anytime. So it doesn't have to be coming on a call on Monday nights. You can be sitting down and sharing with someone and going through. You can send this out in text. You can come back here because what you're going to see is there's so much great information on this site. So what we are going to be talking about is the power of the patch, the X39 patch, and all of the amazing things that it does. We have some really great videos to start this website out. Here's a 1-minute video that talks about photobiomodulation. And that is just a really big word for light making change in the body. And so, what happens with photobiomodulation is when you step out into the sun and the sun hits your skin and your eyes, it tells your body to start making vitamin D, for that vitamin D to go to all of the different cells and do what it was designed to do in the body. And so that is how this technology works. Only with this technology, it's in this tiny little patch, and that patch then reflects our own body's infrared light. We actually have an infrared light that we emit all throughout our body. You all know and have seen what this is as well, because when you see a movie and they are looking through night vision goggles and you see all of those amazing colors, that at they talk about it as a heat signature. It's actually a low grade infrared light that we emit everywhere from our bodies. That low grade infrared light is then reflected back from this patch into your body, signaling different peptides, telling those peptides to get up and get working the way that they were designed to work in our bodies. So this second video goes into that patch a little bit more, 2 minutes. The patch is a crystal lattice structure that is reflective, like I said, made up of amino acids at the stereoisomer level. Completely organic. So it begins to break down over 12 hours. So you have 12 hours to wear this patch. You put the patch on in the morning when you get up, you take it off at night when you go to bed. The next day, you put on a brand new patch. So what happens after that 12 hours is when the patch begins to break down because it's completely organic. It's completely sealed on both sides. There's nothing transferring from the patch into your body. Okay, so you can actually wear the patch anywhere on the body that you want to. As you could see, mine was actually on my elbow. But you wear it 12 hours on, 12 hours off. The peptide that gets activated is called GHK copper peptide. We're going to show you a few pictures here first so that you can kind of see all the different things that GHK can do in your body. I'm going to show you a link in a minute that will go into more detail about GHK. But as you can see here, all these amazing things. So I love this one, this story right here. You can see what's happening on the outside of her body. So our patch, the GHK that gets activated, also turns on apoptosis, which is programmed cell death of cancer cells. So you can imagine if this is what's going on the outside of her body, what is also then taking place on the inside of her body for her to be able to have that kind of change in just a few years of having the support that she needs and moving out those cells that are not operating properly to allow her to have full health. So that is what's going on with her. This is open heart surgery. This is really any type of surgery. I actually have this on my body as well. I tore my Achilles tendon. My doctor and my physical therapist were absolutely shocked at how quickly my scar tissue healed. So this is also just amazing to me on the chest when you see scar tissue being healed like that. The reason that happens is because GHK copper peptide elevates collagen in the body. So we actually, like if you're taking collagen, usually a high quality collagen would be 5 types. There's actually 19 different types of collagen in the body. So this in particular technology supports from the foundation collagen and what's going on. I love this picture as well. Anytime you can see an x-ray and see what's going on the inside is just fascinating to me. So here what we have is someone who had a bulging disc, and so the doctors wanted him to have surgery. Okay. He didn't want to. He was working with a chiropractor who said, let's just use this technology. Let's keep it monitoring it and see how you do. Within 18 months, that bulging disc completely healed. So I actually have a friend, the same thing happened to her with 14 months later of using the technology. So it's amazing when our body is supported, what can happen. So again, we already talked about collagen. So you can see some of these other pictures here, what's happening with someone's skin over time of use. She's actually 50, and here, I mean, to me, she just looks like she's in her 20s. It's crazy. More on even on the décolletage, the neck, and then as well, here's another neck picture. I love this one. So even with allergies, this technology supports your immune system. So, I mean, she just looks like a completely different person. The inflammation that gets reduced, the ability for the body to move things out is when you support GHK, there's all kinds of body processes that begin to work properly. I love this picture as well. So this little boy got his finger cut off. They took him to the doctor. Thankfully, the doctor was willing to sew it back on, but the doctor did tell them that it would die. And it did just what the doctor said. It did completely die. But because GHK actually helps to not only activate dormant stem cells, it helps to produce more stem cells. So a little boy would have all of the stem cells that his body needs to work properly, but he needed more for his body to then regenerate this tissue. And so that's exactly what happened in this picture. So I know this little boy and this family were just had to be so excited to have that finger completely restored. So this is shingles. So all kinds of other skin things that can happen. I actually have a friend who did struggle with shingles because that's a virus that kind of stays dormant in your body. And so it was something that she just kind of dealt with flare-ups. As soon as she started wearing this technology, her shingles just completely cleared up and they have not come back. And that's been, I think, like almost 2 years now. So, as well as what can happen is hair growth. So, if it is in your DNA to allow your hair to regrow, then that's what's going to happen. It's also for this man was turning back to a darker state. So, that has happened for many as well. I also love this because I would have never thought something like scoliosis would be able to, when your body is supported, your body wants to go back into alignment, even so much as even something going on with your spine. And so that absolutely fascinates me that with this technology, that kind of body support that can help your body do and be even structural things that can happen inside your body to support your body so that all the processes will work right. This one is also fascinating, cut to the bone without any other intervention within 4 days, just completely sealed up all on its own. Absolutely amazing. So then there are some amazing videos here that you can come back and watch, and all kinds of different things. Like I said, when we're dealing with GHK-Cu, we're talking about stem cells. So when you can activate dormant stem cells in your body, they can then go and regenerate wherever your body decides. So by the time you're 30, half of your stem cells have gone dormant. By the time you're 60, you only have 10% of your stem cells any longer active. So if you can get those stem cells up and running, then anything is possible in your body, because then your body gets to do with them whatever it wants to do so that you can have regeneration. So all of these stories here are just amazing things that have happened for people and what's gone on with them with it down in their, in their healing process and what they've seen with this technology. So please come back here and check these stories out. So here is what I'm talking about with the GHK copper peptide. So we have over 150 patents. This is just one of them. What it tells you is, as a result of elevating copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, elevation of antioxidants, reduction in inflammation, management of pain, improvement in stamina, elevation of collagen production, improvement in wound healing, and other beneficial health effects. So these are all of the things that have happened when you elevate copper peptide, and specifically GHK-Cu. And so you cannot get a patent unless you can actually prove that your technology does what it says it's going to do. So all of these things that I've shown you in these pictures and the videos that you just looked at with the titles on there, all of these things can happen because we are activating stem cells and we're improving all of these other things. As well as, you can see that little comment there, other beneficial health effects, meaning that anything can happen in the body, as well as down here, if you click on this GHK copper peptide, it's going to take you to some more information about GHK. What's not listed there is things like brain and nerve health. And so you can go and read more about that if you come in here and you click on and want to learn more about GHK. Even if you Google GHK copper peptide, it's going to be a very long list. I've only given you just a few things that GHK copper peptide does. It actually does so much more in the body. So I definitely encourage you to do that. This is a deeper dive, 18-minute video. David Schmidt goes into the technology a little bit deeper. So this is a great one just to get you some more information. Like I told you, we have over 150 patents. There's over 90 clinical studies. Here is also a link to PubMed. So all of these links are going to take you right to these clinical studies, patents, PubMed, the story and background behind GHK. So you can do a deep dive into all of the science and technology if you would like to right here. How to wear this patch. I already told you 12 hours on and 12 hours off. These are the two clinically tested spots with the X39, okay? But like I told you before, you can actually wear it anywhere on the body. The company has been around for 20 years, and we know that that infrared light is emitted everywhere in our body. So that's why I can wear it on my elbow, even though it's not a clinically tested spot. You can put that patch anywhere that you have an issue or something that's bothering you, or because all it has to do is be reflected back into the body to cause the GHK to get up and running. So the 12 hours off, the reason for that is because your body can start to attenuate. So all that means is that when your body is signaled by a red light therapy product, it will get tired. You're telling it to work. You're telling the mitochondria to work. So what happens is if you continue to do that, your body's going to get tired and say, I'm done. You've told me to work way too much more than I want to, and I'm not going to work anymore. So that's where, like with any type of red light therapy product, there's usually a time limit that they give you. What's amazing about ours is because we are working with our own body's natural infrared light, you can have this happening a whole lot longer than any other type of red light therapy. Also, it's just a patch and go. So you don't have to be tied to a machine. You don't have to be laying on a red light therapy bed. You can just put that patch on and go on about your day for 12 hours and then take it off for 12 hours. The next day, put on a brand new patch. So it's super easy. There is no other technology like this that is as easy as this. So what can you expect? Within 24 hours, your your stem cells, 4,000 genes begin to reset to a younger, healthier state. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing technology to be able to affect the genes, the DNA, to be supported in a way that is healthy and supportive to your body. Within 4 weeks, your new stem cell army is active and working for you. Within 6 weeks, your brain begins to balance. So people will notice things like brain fog beginning to remove. They will think clearer. Depression and anxiety will begin to lift. They will start sleeping better. So this right here is also, you can link right to that study right there, which is fabulous. Like I said, the collagen is also increased. One thing that we don't think about as we age, which we see it in people's skin and hair, but by the time that we are 60, 80% of our collagen is gone. It's no longer working for us, which is why there's wrinkles and sagging skin. But what I will tell people is that within 3 months, go ahead and get off of your collagen and then see how you do with just this technology and your body being supported. If you still want to go and have that extra collagen and you want to spend money on that, great, but you don't need it because within 3 months with this technology, your collagen is now sufficiently increased. And that will just continue to have a beneficial compounding effect over time, to where your skin and your hair and your tissues and your muscles and your bones are just continued to be supported by the collagen at the foundational level. Within 6 months, your cardiovascular system is very sufficiently being supported. So we're not just talking about, this is every part of your cardiovascular system. So your heart, the blood vessels, the lining of your blood vessels. So every part. So this is also a link to this study here. But I see over and over again people having benefits in their blood pressure. So my husband, that was one of those things that he kind of struggled on and off with. And he was on blood pressure medication. He was bad about taking his medication, off of it, on it. When we first started this technology, his was in like the 140, like I think 148, if I'm remembering correctly. That was almost 2 years ago. And then in the 90s, 96, 98. Now we just had a test run a few weeks ago, and his blood pressure is completely normalized. 118 over 82. Okay. That does not happen in someone who is 53, who has been struggling with blood pressure since they were in their 30s. Okay, so that's real proof that this technology is supporting your cardiovascular system at the mitochondrial level. My husband is not the only one that I have seen this on. This is a very common, repeated benefit that I see from this technology because the cardiovascular system is supported at every level, at the mitochondrial level. So from every angle. Within 12 months, you're going to have regeneration. Your regeneration is going to be very noticeable. You will feel it in your energy. You will see it in your hair and your skin. You will be able to feel it in your cognitive ability. So there's all kinds of benefits for wearing this technology longer than what we even recommend. So the recommendation is 1 month for every decade you are old. Okay, so if you're 50, that would be 5 months to wear the technology. But then, like I said, what happens is when you continue to decide to wear it, more and more stem cells get up and regenerated. More and more body systems begin to reset to a younger, healthier state. We are not just talking about anti-aging. We are talking about true age reversal. So it's absolutely amazing. Here is a deeper dive into all of our other product line, as well as if you come back on a Saturday night to one of our other podcasts with Vicki and Ed, they will go into a deeper dive of the entire product line. So that's fabulous. You can click on that and see one video per product as well, which is super helpful. Meet the inventor and founder of our technology, David Schmidt. This man is absolutely amazing. I could not be more excited and proud to be a part of a company like this. So the way he got started was he was working with the Navy SEALs. They brought him in and asked him if there was any way that he could come up with something for the Navy SEALs when they went out on their over 36-hour missions to help keep them awake, because they were taking stimulants in order to do that. Obviously, that's not very healthy, and they didn't want to keep doing that. So David said, "Sure, let me see what I can figure out." That's when our first patches were born, and it was the energy enhancer. That was our very first patches that were born, for him to be able to help those Navy SEALs be able to stay up on those 36-hour missions or longer to do what they needed to do. So what happened was 9/11 happened, and our government completely restructured. So he had this amazing technology, and he needed to decide what he was going to do with it, because that program was now no longer being offered by our government. So he decided to bring it to the public, and he started with the Stanford swim team. And 6 out of 8 of those swimmers increased their personal records, so their PRs. So if you are an athlete or have an athletic background, you know that if you are swimming at that kind of level at Stanford, to increase your personal record is very, very difficult. And so for that to happen for 6 out of the 8 of the swimmers is absolutely phenomenal. In 2004, this technology was then used by our Olympic swim team across the board. We had so many golds. It was absolutely amazing. They were accused of doping. And at a worldwide level, through the testing, it was found that there was nothing entering the body from the patch. It's completely non-transdermal. So you can be assured that what we are saying is that this technology is truly a light therapy product. There is no chemicals, no stimulants, nothing that's going into the body from the patch. It is all helping to support your body work in a natural way and the way that our bodies were designed. So I love that too. To me, so exciting. Here is a list of all of our patching podcasts. This is really cool. I love this spot on our website because just like tonight, you can just pull up this website. You can just click the link right here and it will take you right into the Zoom. So you can also do that on Wednesday night if you want to come back and learn more about the business opportunity. You can just click in this link as well as on Thursday night. We have a testimonial night where I bring someone on, I interview them about what's going on with them and what they've seen with the technology. And then, like I said, Saturday, just click right in here, learn about our entire product line as well as the business opportunity. So it's super easy to get all the information that you need from this one website, Patch the Way. This is just a posting of all of our Zooms. I love all of these videos as well. Here is a bunch of different doctors that use the technology in their practices, and they talk about what they are seeing with the technology in their patients. So that's always super exciting to me to see mainstream doctors, chiropractors, massage therapists, personal trainers who are using this technology with their clients, because they have a wide variety of people that they can affect that can benefit from this technology. And so they're seeing a lot of patients and blessing a lot of people's lives along with the other care that they give them. Here are links to all of our YouTube channels. So I have a YouTube channel where I record. Patch the Way has a YouTube channel. So Lifeway's official YouTube channel. So you can come and click and it will go right to our site. So you can see all of the different videos that we have recorded over the years. So with that, I would love to take your questions. And so go ahead. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Like I said, I don't know if anybody has typed in the chat since I was sharing my screen, or feel free to unmute and come on and ask your questions. Or if you have a story to tell, we would love to hear. Oh, let's see. So it looks like Leslie, maybe she brought on a friend, Faith. So Faith, do you have any questions or want to share your testimony as well? So I don't know if you and Leslie had talked to that already, but I would love to have you come on, Faith, if you're on here. We would love to hear from you, hear your story, or answer some questions. I can see you. I can see you, Faith. Okay, so you just got to hit the mute button.
Okay, did I do it?
You did it. Good job. Okay. We're so glad you're
here. Okay, so everything that you were saying, most of it Leslie had shared with me, and I told her, I was like, this is wild, because I'm like normally a very energetic person anyway, but on Sundays I still take a nap. So she gave me like 5 to get started while I'm waiting on my pages. And so I couldn't stop. I just kept going. I didn't take a nap yesterday. And I was like, I texted, I said, this is very wild to me. I said, and I'm like just continuously drinking water and just very happy. And yeah, so I was like, if this is one of the side effects, I love it. I love the side effect because and the I had pain. She gave me like two ones too for my back. I was like, I'm not even thinking about it. Like I had pain back here. So I was like, what is happening? I'm supposed to be like wearing it for a while before I kind of like remotely know what's going on. But I think on the energy level is very wild.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And like you, Leslie, or Faith, that is one of those things that if that was the only thing this technology did for me was give me more energy, it was well worth it. I would have never stopped patching just for that one reason, because to not feel like I just have to lay down and go to sleep is such a miracle. So I am with you. Yes, that's
Yes.
awesome. And then for pain as well, it's amazing, right? Like we always tell people that it doesn't always work instantly, and because
Mhm,
everybody's body's different, so we just
mhm.
don't know. So when someone has a result like you did and have it happen so quickly, we're always so excited for you. That's awesome, Faith.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Anybody else? Yes, Pastor Ed, please come on.
I gotta tell you, I just got a testimonial from a coach of mine, and he may be on the call. That he's been trying this patches on his dogs, and he's seen a great results. And he came back and grabbed a couple more patches and upgraded his account so that he can have more patches. So if this is not just happening working for us people, you can also patch your dogs. And Vicky's got a really great testimonial with our puppy that was losing fur and just itching all over the place. We've been using the technology, and now it takes me 2 hours to dry him after we give him a bath because his fur is so full. So it's just wonderful.
That's awesome. Yes. And I saw those pictures. So, if you guys, if get back with the person who invited you, if you haven't seen those pictures, because it's amazing. And so I was wondering on that picture, y'all didn't put it up there, but were you using a brand new patch on the dog, or were you just using your leftover patches?
My leftover patches.
Awesome. That's
So
excellent.
I had to I was praying about this because I was like, I don't know that he needs all the patches that I wear. And then I'm like, well, does he got digestive issues, gut issues? Yes, he's getting the SP6, getting the glutathione. Carnosine definitely for the brain and the eyes. So I just put them all in there except for the energy enhancer.
So you were using your used patches. So that's something that's really interesting about this technology is that so in the studies, that's why we say 12 hours, because we can say that they are going to elevate that GHK based on what we've seen in the clinical studies for your body to have those same kind of results. Even if you're not feeling it, it's elevating that GHK and it's going to work on your behalf. But at the 12-hour mark, that patch, then that organic structure begins to dissipate. And so it doesn't mean that there's no, I always call it juice. It doesn't mean there's no juice left in the patch. There's still juice left in the patch. So it's really easy to just put it on your fur babies and allow them to get the benefits. So now tell me this. I've had people ask me this because I've shared your pictures of your dog. So did he have a collar? Like, were you putting them on an inside of the collar? Were you taping them on him? Like, how then? Because you'd use the sticky. So how were you applying them to your dog?
So I usually just place it right on his bed. Like I have a
Oh,
blanket and I stick it right underneath the blanket in between him and the bed. So the blanket is in between. He's still got the benefits from it. So I mean the pictures are my personal evidence.
yes.
This technology always works and dogs can't lie.
That's right. That's exactly right. They can't make anything up. Their fur gets
That's right.
better It's very evident. And like, so he had patches like of fur that weren't there, y'all. And then all that grew back in. So very, very cool. Okay, so Steph is asking a question. I'm assuming the sleep patches are safe for pilots to try. My husband has a hard time sleeping with different time zones all the time. Yes, so everything is absolutely safe. There's no contraindications with any of the patches. So absolutely safe for him to try. What I will tell you about the silent night, I just know from personal experience in my DNA, I have something called dysregulated serotonin. And so the silent night patch activates the serotonin in your gut, which then activates the melatonin so that you can sleep well. So if someone uses that silent night patch, usually you're going to know fairly quickly if it works for you. If for some reason it doesn't work, I always tell people to get back with their healthcare professional and talk about how if there's some testing that they can run to find out if there's dysregulated serotonin there, so that you can then support that serotonin so that the melatonin can then work properly in your body. So that's just a little extra tip from my own personal experience. So yeah, absolutely safe. Okay, fabulous. Pastor Ed shared the pictures. I don't know. Can
Can
I,
I
if
add
I,
to the silent night
please?
suggestion? Steph, I would recommend that your husband try the placements like one each time and see which placement works best for him. I found that the one on the right foot works best for me. It doesn't help me if I have it on the back of my neck, on the temple. It just doesn't work for me. But as soon as I put it on liver 3 on my right foot, it works every time. So
Yes, thank you so much for sharing that. So, we always recommend too is maybe like giving each spot like 5 days to kind of see if there's a spot that your body really it responds to, because everyone's going to be different with that. I think, is it true, Vicky? Am I saying this right? It's usually like 50% of the people it works better above the body, and 50% of the people it works better below the body. So that's something.
above the waist and then below the waist.
Oh, sorry. Did I say
So
above the body and below the body? That would be funny. Yes, the waist. The waist would
yeah.
be an important tip to have. Yes, please reference the waist point. Oh my goodness. Yes, Kathy, do you want to come on?
Yes, I just wanted to say I have someone that is on the line who is very near and dear to me. I was in North Carolina this past weekend, spending time with her. That's Laverne Reed, Dr. Reed. And I'm excited that she's actually willing to uh, use the patch. I always carry patches with me no matter where I go. So I was able to leave a few with her. That she had a stroke about 2 years ago, and she's willing, right now. I had given her the Ice Wave and the Eon and X39.
Excellent. Yes, fabulous. So I'm
That's
so
the reason.
glad.
You have anything to say? Do you want to come on?
Who is it, Cappy?
Laverne Reed, Dr. Reed.
Okay. If you want to come on, you are more than welcome to.
I see an iPhone number, but I'm not sure of a name. So I
No, her
don't see
name
that.
is there. Dr. Laverne Reed.
Laverne Reed. Oh,
Maybe
I
she
see.
can't come
Laverne
off
Reed.
with.
Yeah.
Oh, there
And
she is.
sometimes people's computers or phones don't always let them, or they can't find the buttons. So
Oh, wait a
sometimes
minute,
that's
wait a
kind
minute,
of
wait a
hard.
minute. I am going to ask her to unmute. And sometimes it kind of directs them right to where the button is.
Okay,
Okay.
awesome. Thank you.
Mhm.
And I
Hey,
think
Nikki,
Steph, yes, come on.
it's Larry.
Hi, Larry.
Hey, um, could you please explain to me the 12 hours on and 12 hours off? Are you talking about like 5 o'clock in the morning and take it off at 5 o'clock at night? Is that what you're trying to, is that
Yes,
what you're talking about? Okay.
that's
Okay.
exactly right. Yep, if you start at 5, then you wanna take it off at 5. Now, I will tell you, I'm always not great at remembering. There's a lot of people who just set the timer on their phone so they know when to take it off. So you can do it that way as well. But really, I mean, if you forget, it's not like your body is gonna attenuate with just a few hours. Let's say then you don't go to bed till 9 or whatever, and you've forgotten to take it off. There's not gonna be any problem with that. There's no side effects or anything that happen for just leaving it on a few hours extra than the 12. But yeah, and we always just encourage people to set a timer if they want to. So
Okay. The other thing I wanted to tell you, I learned at the conference before the ones you guys just came back from, is that one of my roommates told me that the patches can go through almost 6 inches of wood.
oh my
That's
goodness.
that's how strong they are.
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, I
Well,
hadn't heard that.
Yeah, David, once said that a long time ago or something. This is what one of my colleagues told me. But what David says, if people are afraid of having it directly on the skin, it goes right through the clothes. And
Absolutely.
so the crystals, I find for myself, I might wear them 8 hours, but they seem to last. If I pick them up the next day and use them, they seem to make me feel great again. That's all I could share with you.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, it's amazing. This technology is really wonderful. And yes, you can wear them on the inside of your clothes, on the outside of your clothes, that it will go through all of that. So again, it's non-transdermal, so it does not have to be directly on your skin in order to work. It is a red light therapy product, so you can't see that light, but it is getting reflected no matter, even if you have the patch in your pocket, or even if you're up next to your purse and they're in your purse, that will activate them. So yeah,
Yeah.
so we are actually over time. Dr. Reed, I'm so sorry that you're having trouble unmuting. Maybe we can get together with someone and figure that out so that next time when you're on a call, we can make sure that you get on. We would love to, anyone that you want to chat with, we would be happy to help you with that as well. Any questions that you might have. But anyway, whoever invited you to the call tonight, just get back with them and please tell them that you are ready to get started on this technology, get your order placed, and get started experiencing the benefits of all the things that GHK copper peptide has to offer you. So with that, we pray blessing over each and every one of you. Good night, everyone.
Good night. God bless.
And
God
Good night.
bless.